Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Ariel. I'm a librarian at BC. For me, I'm really interested in ChatGPT, particularly in library ways. So, the dissemination of information and how it impacts students' ability to receive information, navigate the information landscape online, engage in digital literacy, and then, of course, the ethical use of information, right? Like cheating with ChatGPT. So those are some things that I'm interested in and sort of the news that I've been following with it. It does really seem speaking of, misinformation and digital literacy, it's easy to see a lot of articles out there um, that are very clickbaity, I guess, when it comes to Chat GPT. This is whatever. I think it is a watershed moment for this technology and for AI. It's a really sophisticated language processing model, but it's something that we should be mindful of and be careful of when we're seeing these articles come out about, this is going to make everything fake news that we'll never be able to navigate. There's a lot out there that's showing that yes, it's a big change, but it's something that we can navigate and adapt towards. So it's just important to remember that and not get super overwhelmed. But something I wanted to show everyone, I'm gonna share my screen because I wanted to show you. I had kind of played around with it a bit because I had been hearing in my, library corner about ChatGPT and students or anyone really utilizing ChatGPT as a source for information. So not just generating text, but going to it like they would go to Google. And this is even more important because we're not just seeing ChatGPT, we're seeing the proliferation of chatbots, right? So Google has Google Bard now. Bing has their own AI, I believe, using the same software maybe as the ChatGPT. So it's everywhere. It's something that people can engage with, and it doesn't always have answers because it's not. Students can't use something to search for them. They really need to develop their own search skills, right? So I asked it, I was curious to see, so I did my own and I asked if it could recommend books on the subject of digital literacy. And I tried this a couple of times with different topics. A lot of these books it recommends to me are real. So that's something to note. Early on, people were doing this and they were all made up. They were completely fabricated. A lot of these books are real that you see. I went through every one of them though and asked specifically for the book by these two authors, Marianne Wolf and Diana Rodriguez. So Digital Literacy in the Classroom, Teaching Practices for Empowering Students. And you'll note like it has the title, it has the authors, and it gives you a little blurb about the book. And so I asked for the biographical information. I found the people. These are real people that exist. I could not find the book. I did find a webinar with that title presented by those authors. So then I asked ChatGPT straight up, is this a real book? I can't find it. And then it totally backtracks and tells me that it's actually by these other authors. So at this point, it's already kind of just making stuff up. That's something I learned that is something AI does called hallucinating. So when it's confidently making something up, not based on its training, which we're seeing a lot with chatbots. So that's something to watch out for sure. So students might be coming up with these references, and I know, there's definitely some genuine concern about students using it to cheat. But if we are, as faculty, doing our due diligence and checking their sources, right, on their reference pages, we're going to know because some of these are not real. And certainly not all of these can be found in BC databases, right? So if you make that something that you specify, you stipulate that your students do. So that is something to keep in mind. I don't want to go super long. I think my time is mostly up. So let me stop my share. And I want to share one resource with y'all from a source I really like. It's called News Literacy Project. And this is information about AI and ChatGPT. And it has at the bottom some educator resources that you can look at. You
One
can
moment.
you can share with your students. Sorry, my own AI Siri is like thinking I'm talking to her. So you can share that with your students. You can look at stuff yourself. They have great resources for media literacy and digital literacy. I use them quite a bit. And honestly, a lot of the info I got on ChatGPT, I got through their newsletter. So I highly recommend you give that a look through.